Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbyte. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into some Testament. We did the first track off their brand new album, Parabellum. The first track was Infanticide AI, and I absolutely loved it. You know, great classic Testament stuff. They just never let me down. They're always consistently good. They just dropped a brand new track and video for us, a song called Shadow People, which will be an interesting track, I think, by the sounds of it. So I know some people have been sort of commenting, asking me if I've checked it out, and I have not. And I kind of intentionally have been waiting to just to drop it here on the channel, actually. So, because I like I said before, I love Testament, and it's weird enough that I'm doing Testament because that band that I've been sort of going down the rabbit hole with Love Bites have been giving me that Testament sort of vibe as well. And I know people have been sort of agreeing that they definitely hear Testament in their music. So I love that sort of thrash sound. I love that kind of that style of music. So it's right up my alley. Testament, I've been I've been a fan of them for so many years. I just saw them recently actually, and they just are so good live. They're just so consistent. And that's the thing about them, is that they've been so consistent over the years. They haven't put out a bad album like ever. It's just been fantastic every single time. Every member of that band, Alex Skolnick and Chuck Billy and, you know, Eric Peterson. I mean, everyone in that band is just fantastic, you know. So I'm very keen to check out this brand new track. So let's get into it. Shadow People, which comes off the Parabella album, which will be out in October. Let's get right into it. We got a drum intro here. It's just like an animated video almost. Yeah, some kind of animated. Sort of a different style though. Oh yeah, we got some groove now. This is not thrashy, this is more kind of... like a comic book style kind of animation here. I'll just pause it there. I'm loving the animation here because the style is very comic book looking. If anyone is familiar with The Walking Dead, the comic books, obviously the TV show was based on the book. There's certain parts of this video sort of has that same sort of look or similar look to that comic book, which is really cool. I do like that style, definitely. The song itself is fantastic. It's the different side of Testament compared to the Infanticide AI video. This is kind of more the sort of groove sort of like side of Testament, which I really love, by the way. That's another side of the band that I absolutely love. Not just the thrashier side, but that kind of groove, sort of like mid-tempo kind of stuff. They do that very, very well, definitely. Don't look into their eyes. Obsessed, they haunt forever. Trapped inside, they're coming. Traumatized, apparitions above your bed. It thrives inside your conscience. Cry out in fear, you know it could be. Awake, try to escape, or you'll wake up dead. Humanoid, supernatural forces. Pray to God to save you now. Okay, it's a little different. been an interesting song. It's kind of gone in different directions. All right, I got to pause it there. Yeah, it's been interesting so far because it kind of started one way and it's kind of going to this sort of different sort of area now. It's just one of the things about Testament as well is that they kind of still have that sort of Testament classic sound, and at the same time they kind of still do sort of different things along the way. You know, it kind of keeps things very interesting and fresh at the same time. Because obviously with the band being around for that long, you know, you've got to keep things a bit interesting for yourself and for the fans as well, and keep things going and update your sound a little bit as well. That's just another little sort of thing that they do really well is that they kind of still do things differently here and there, but without too much of a tangent away from their sound, you know. So yeah, so far so good though. It's really been an interesting video as well. I don't know what's really going on in all honesty, but it's kind of very mysterious and kind of vague and dark and yeah, it got that sort of comic book sort of feel to it as well, which is really interesting. I really dig the video. Yeah, like I said, the song, like Chuck Billy just I don't know, that guy's got such a tremendous voice. It's just amazing. Definitely a horror sort of theme to this as well. Yeah, it's definitely gotten a bit darker as it's gone along as well. So, it's interesting how they can sometimes kind of do that Testament because they're not necessarily a sort of like a Slayer kind of band where they kind of it's all satanic kind of stuff. Well, not that Slayer's satanic, but they definitely give off that vibe to people who don't really know their music. Testament had never been really like that. They kind of have that sort of almost I guess it's a bit of the 80s kind of thing where it's a bit more of that fun sort of aspect of thrash metal, if you know what I mean. And not that party sort of way like Municipal Waste, but kind of more just like Exodus and those sort of bands, Metallica, I guess to a certain extent, it's fantastic. And it's funny how like I'm be mentioning the sort of some of the members, because I've spoken to all like three of the sort of I guess the core members of the band with Alex Skolnick and Chuck Billy and Eric Peterson, all super nice people as well. And yeah, just interesting how like they can still just deliver music so good. Like it's just unbelievable how they can be so consistent. Sort of like a war thing, World War. Death Angel. Wow, there we go. That sort of ended up quite abruptly there. Yeah, really cool. Testament always deliver the goods. That's I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the album. In all honesty, it's coming out in just under a month's time, so Yeah, the last few albums have been just on point, so good. Yeah, I'm a huge Testament fan. Like I said before, like I just saw them recently live, and they still are unbelievable. Just yeah, it's amazing how a band can be around for that long and still be able to just absolutely kill it. You know what I mean? Like it's just some people, some bands just have that thing, and they kind of just never lose their whatever it is that they've got, you know. So just one of those bands that just have stuck around because they had a bit of a period back in the early 2000s, whatever. And Chuck Billy, you know, obviously went through some cancer, and the band were kind of like on a hiatus kind of thing, and so weren't really sure if the band were kind of, you know, were going to be back again, you know. And then when they came back, and then they sort of did a new album, and then Alex Skolnick came back, and like it's since then it's just been just on a, I don't know, on a roll, really, you know. It's just a, what's really interesting about their sound, and you can hear it here on this new track, is that like they've got, like, if you know from Testament really well, they've, especially for the last few albums, they've blended like the old stuff with the new stuff so seamlessly. Like they kind of like, because in the 90s they were kind of more, they were kind of going more of a sort of heavier, sort of almost death metal sort of sound, and Chuck's vocals were definitely kind of more growly, you know. And when they came back, they kind of were doing a bit of that, but then also had that sort of retaining with that old school sort of, you know, thrash sound as well, you know. So they've kind of got both just done so well, you know. And there's been a few other bands that are kind of from that sort of same, you know, pool of thrash bands that are kind of been doing the same thing. You know, Metallica have been doing it in the last couple of albums where they kind of, they've started to sort of embrace their past again, and Exodus kind of been just on a roll with, you know, putting out all these fantastic albums. And it's just amazing how sometimes things just kind of come around again. They come full circle, and you know, it just bands just sort of have this sort of, you know, extra adrenaline shot, and they kind of just keep going, you know. And yeah, anyway, thank you for tuning in as always. Thank you for subscribing if you have, and please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.